Okay. Well, I forget where I was at. But anyway, what I was saying was, okay, this is a pretty simple look here, guys. And again, what they're going to try to do, they'll send this guy in motion. Let me change markers. Okay. Gosh, phone keeps ringing. Hold on. Okay. Again, for you kids, because I know some of you may not be familiar with exactly what Pele does in a flexbone team, they're going to turn and just dive the fullback right here. Okay. And when they do, we've got someone in the opposite gap. Linebacker, attack this guy with your inside shoulder. Other linebacker, attack him with your inside shoulder. Okay. We've got five guys right here. Okay. If they run the veer or the midline play, okay, the midline play, they're going to try to read. Let's say they're going to try to read this guy because they will not block him. So what they're going to do is they're going to double team here. They're going to try to get a double team here, and this guy is going to fold inside and get to him. So linebacker, a good key for you would be to watch him. If he folds inside, you know the ball is coming inside. Okay, if this guy takes a step outside, you know it's something else. But if it's inside, you know it's here. Okay, and what they'll do is they'll put the ball in the fullback's belly. They'll read the tackle. If the tackle starts to come inside, the quarterback will keep it and run right where the tackle was. If the tackle comes straight upfield, he'll just give it. Okay. Sometimes they'll also send this guy, the backside guy, in motion first. Okay. Now, he he does not need to concern himself with this in here. Okay, you've got to be disciplined. You cannot worry about the fullback in this area. Okay, that's not your job. If you see motion coming your way, that would be your job. Okay, so be aware of this guy. Don't worry about this. Okay, they could. I'll pause this real quick and clean this up. Okay, what I was saying was they could on this motion just turn and pitch it to this kid. Quarterback would reverse turn, pitch it to him. Fullback would come in here, and what they'll do is they'll pull these guys out here to try to get block on our outside linebackers. Okay, you, if it's coming your way, outside linebackers, concern yourself with this. Again, don't worry if the fullback's running in here. That's not your job. You let our inside linebackers and our linemen take care of that. Okay. Um, what else will they do? They will also run the veer, and we talked about that early on. Okay, where they're going to read our defensive end. Okay, and typically they will motion toward the side. They're going to do this just like this. Okay, I'm not sure how good this team is at this yet. They've got a new coach. They may not be really good at it, but they're going to run the ball right here. Quarterback's going to step up, and again, they're going to read him. And if he crashes in, quarterback's going to pull it. If the defensive end comes upfield, he's going to give it to the fullback. Okay, so what this is going to look like is he's going to double team him, and these two guys are going to try to push him into the linebacker. Our front side wingback is going to go to the outside linebacker. Okay, so the quarterback will be here. If he decides to give it to the fullback, they'll just hit it here hard. If he decides to pitch it, the quarterback will run right where the defensive end was. And if someone steps up here to pick him up, he will try to pitch to the pitch man. That's why I said linebackers, do not concern yourself with the fullback or with the quarterback in here. We've got guys that take care of that. On motion your way, your concern is the pitch guy. Okay? Cornerback, your concern is number one, this guy faking a block and then going deep. And then secondly, on the run game, your job is the pitch man. Okay? Do not worry about the fullback or the quarterback. All right. He also said, and out of the flex bone stuff, there's not a ton to it. Okay, you guys have seen Pele play before. I expect it to be pretty similar. There's not a lot of variation there in what they do. Okay. He also said they will come out in trips. Someone draw that up real quick and talk about that. Okay. Now I don't know how for sure they're going to do trips. Okay. I'm going to assume They're going to keep a wing back in here on trips kind of like we do. If not, he'll be out a little bit wider. It doesn't change your rules, doesn't change your alignment. Okay. So again, we're going to have a nose right here. Start with the obvious. Okay. Tackle over top of the tackle. Okay. We have a cornerback on him. Cornerback on him. Okay. Our outside linebacker. You are covering the second guy. Okay. Because we're outflanked by one, not by two. Okay. Don't let two guys outside of you. One's fine. Okay. Other outside linebacker. There's no one else out here. So you just line up in your normal spot. Two inside linebackers. We got our safety. Okay. And our defensive end, we're going to put him on the trip side. That's going to be strong side. Okay. So he would actually shade in. If it tight ends on your defensive end on your side, you would shade this guy to the inside. So you're more right here. Okay. And playing your responsibility. Knowing this guy might crack back on you. Now, again, I expect him to be tight. He may not be tight. He may be a little bit wider. Still, split the difference. He's not going to crack back on you. You're 240 pounds. All right? And rules are just the same. Okay? Weak side A, B gap. Tackle's got the B gap. He's got the C gap. Okay? He's right here sitting in this gap. We should be fine. Okay? And then it's just cover 3. We're not changing anything. Cover 3. He's got deep third. He's got flats. He's got deep third. He's got deep third. Okay? He's got flats. They've got their area. Okay? So don't let this bother you at all. I assume out of this, they're going to do kind of what we talked about doing early on. They could run the fullback. They could run the midline play. They could run the veer. We talked about the same exact thing. The only thing I don't know is if he'll be under center or not. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't change our alignment at all. It's just the same. Okay? So don't let that fool you. And again, this is just out of base. Okay, all I'm talking about is base stuff here. If we put our stunts in, well, then that's a stunt. Okay, but this is just base. I'm gonna real quick go over our stunts one more time, just so you guys can watch it and think about it, and we'll go over on Monday in practice too. Okay, I drew this up as if you're back in the flex boom set again. Okay, and our stunts. Okay, remember I said earlier, if we're in base, he's got weak A. Tackles have B gaps, ends have C gaps. Okay, that doesn't change. D guys have D gaps. Okay, if we go inside twist. Okay, inside twist, he is now going strong A. Our strong side linebacker, which is him, we've said this is the wide side. Our strong side linebacker is going weak A, and then he needs to slide over and just kind of get in the middle here to play his position to even it out. Okay? Pretty simple. Okay, the last one was an inside twist. This is an outside twist. We have to do it with the defensive end side, okay? So if we just call outside twist, we only have one defensive end. Outside twist, who typically goes C gap, okay? He typically goes C gap. He's going wide D, and then he is coming through here on the C gap, okay? So it's a twist with our end and our outside linebacker. Outside twist, okay? Okay, we could go again. He would go weak A typically. So if we said inside blast, we're just sending our strong side linebacker straight ahead through that gap. Okay, that's pretty simple. And because he's normally going weak A, so we can't send him. He's got nowhere to go. Inside blast, it's there. If we said outside blast, we could say weak outside blast. We could say strong outside blast. Or we could say double outside blast, and they would both go. We could even say inside blast, double outside blast, and send all three of them. Okay? Those are the only ones we talked about. The only other situations we could come across that we could call is we could move our defensive linemen close together. Okay? So remember, we could say tight. The tight tag is going to move our tackles over the guards. Okay, then we're going to widen out our inside linebackers just a little bit. Stay balanced. Okay, so we could go tight and move, but that doesn't change the rules. Okay, if we go tight, say base tight, okay, he'd still would go weak A, he would go B, he would go B. Okay, doesn't change the rules. Alignment does not change assignment. Okay, but this gives us another look there. And again, if they can run the ball on us and we're like this, we've got a problem. Okay, if they can run that fullback right through here, and we've got this big old mound of meat right up front, then we're in trouble. Trying to think what else I left out. That's it. Okay, we just had those 4 stunts that I talked about. We've got this change in alignment, which I talked about. Oh yeah, one more thing. If they come out in double tight, okay. Okay, he actually told me they didn't go double tight very much. So that probably means they'll do it 25 times. But what we'll do is, okay, we just have to even up. Okay, so our nose goes over the guard. Okay, our tackle. Whoops, is that upside? It is upside down. It's hard to write upside down on a marker board. Okay, our other tackle slides over, and our end is here. That's a bad looking E. All right, we just have to be balanced at that point. And again, alignment does not change assignment. A gap, B gap, B gap, C gap. Okay, knowing we have this A gap open right here. They still are here. Okay, they have that responsibility. I probably shouldn't draw it this way. They have this responsibility. Okay, that's their area. Doesn't matter. Okay, are we good there? And that's it, guys. Okay, we have our base. Our base rules are our base rules. We have those 4 stunts we could run. We have the check if we see double tight end. That's it. Okay. Now, just so you know who I'm thinking about putting where, I'll pause it and clean it up again. Okay, and just so you know who I'm thinking about putting where, as of right now, and this may change obviously, but depending on who shows up in the next couple of days. But during the varsity portion, we have 15, 25. There's 37 plays in the varsity segment, and then there's 16 in the JV segment. Okay, right now we have 22 guys. All right, so this is pretty much our 22 guys, and I'm gonna on the nose, Zach and Garrett. You need to get Garrett. You will be ready to play. I'm sure of it. Okay, you guys need to focus on the nose. We're going to try Jordan Bratcher at defensive tackle. Jordan. I know you've never done it before. We're going to get some work in here. Then we're going to have Tyler at the other defensive tackle with TJ backing him up. Okay, you have to rotate him for those 2 guys. Keep him fresh, TJ. Defensive end, Peyton, Jacob. We're going to work you in here. Okay, you're a long kid. We're going to get you some work here. Inside linebacker, Clayton and Dalton with Scotty backing them up. Okay, giving them a break. Outside linebacker, Nick and Nolan. Okay, and then Keith, I want you backing up Nolan, and other Nick Rydell, you're on back up Nick. Okay. Cornerback, we're gonna give Christian a look out there. We're gonna give him a real good look. Tayton and Dylan, all 3 of you guys are gonna play this cornerback spot over here. So, we're talking about stuff in practice this week, Dylan. I know it's all new for you, and Christian too. Okay, really focus on this position here. On the other corner, Tayton, Trenton, and Wyatt. Okay. And I say you guys here and you guys here. It's the same position. You're doing the same thing. Okay, you 6 guys will rotate in at these 3 spots, or on those 2 spots. Okay, then safety, Austin, Clayton, and Cameron. Okay, and keep in mind, guys, we need to start as many guys one way as possible. And the way I've got this drawn up, the way I'm planning to do offensively, we'll have 5 guys right now playing both ways, which isn't bad. Okay, it's not great, but it's not bad. So I think we can at least start with that. And everyone will play. Everyone will play in the scrimmage, so don't worry about that. Okay, but this is where I'm thinking about putting everyone as of right now, and hopefully we'll get some more people in the next couple of days in practice, and we can work some more guys in there too. But as of right now, it's Saturday night. This is what I'm thinking. All right, so watch this. Watch it a couple times. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll cover it Monday anyway in practice. We'll go over it briefly. Hopefully this will help. We don't have to take so much time in practice. All right. Thanks.